Sensuality is not something that you do, it's something that you feel. And that's probably the biggest thing that people are getting wrong. Hi, if you don't know me, I'm Shay and I am a feminine embodiment speaker, facilitator, author, and self-development enthusiast. I don't know how else to say that. Guess I need to work on my elevator pitch. Today is a video on where you can start when you're deepening your connection to your sensuality. If this is something that you've been wanting to do and feeling a little bit lost with, if you've tried other things before but you're just not feeling it, this video will give you some actionable steps to take, as well as hope and positivity around the idea of being more sensual without feeling like such a fraud. And I say this because I've had people comment on my videos and also in my one-to-one mentorships I've done with women, speaking about how trying to be more feminine or more sensual, they feel like they're pretending or they're just being a fraud. And it's interesting language to use. This points out something very important in all of this work that we do, in any self-development work that we do. By the way, I apologize for the traffic. Where I am right now in the office has fantastic lighting, though it is right on the Bali traffic road, and I am working on having a better setup for my YouTube. It is very hard as a global traveler to not have one distinct office for continuity. You will notice all of my videos do not have continuity. Whoops, I guess the continuity is me, but even then I'm really different in the videos. Anyway, this idea of feeling like a fraud really points to the fact that whatever these women are doing, they're feeling inauthentic. They're feeling like it's not them. And while we can feel a little bit unfamiliar when we're exploring new parts of ourselves and it might feel a bit weird and different, I don't believe we should ever feel like a fraud. Like there's something inherently wrong about the new practices that we're doing. And I think the mismatch here is where it's coming from. Where are these actions coming from? Are they coming from taking advice from someone that you heard on YouTube because they told you just do this more and you'll be more feminine? Or are they coming from a deep understanding that that really will unlock your connection to your feminine or your sensuality? There's a difference there. One has a framework, so advice, insight that you may get from someone from YouTube, and then you integrate that with yourself, with your understanding of yourself, with your clarity of what you really want and why, and then you take action. So it's a three-step thing. We take information, we embody that, we process that, we integrate that, and then we take action. Sadly, what a lot of people are doing is missing this inner part, and so they're taking the advice and then they're trying to just do the action. But it's not coming from themselves. It's not coming from a deep understanding of themselves, why they want to be more sensual, what their blocks to sensuality are, how they can work with those blocks, how they can start to untether themselves from those limiting beliefs and actions and patterns. To me, that is a core part of any self-development work that we're doing. And sadly, in this feminine embodiment realm, it's missing. I can throw out theories as to why I think we're just taking the advice and then doing the action. Perhaps it's because the advice doesn't really talk about the necessary part of integrating this first and checking in with yourself and feeling how aligned that is for you, feeling what your unique action could be, rather than just going, she said to swing my hips more, so I'm gonna swing my hips more. I've used this example before, and I am talking about a piece of advice I heard on a huge channel that is about feminine embodiment. And I'm not saying this creator's stuff is not valuable or right. I'm sure a lot of women are getting a lot of value out of this. And I want to speak to the caveats. I want to speak to the women who are left scratching their heads going, why isn't this working for me? Or the women who are feeling like something's missing. Why am I feeling like a fraud? That is the whole purpose of this video, hoping to bridge the gap for you. Bridging the gap, first thing you need is processing it internally, processing any knowledge you're getting internally. If someone says, this will help you with your femininity, this will help you with your sensuality, process it first. Check in with yourself first. Check in with yourself in, okay, well, where might my blocks be to that? Why is this triggering something within me? Why am I feeling like that advice isn't gonna work for me? All of those feelings and reactions that you have, they have so much insight that you can use to understand yourself more deeply. And understanding yourself is beautiful, but it's not enough. Then we also need to take the action. Understanding yourself helps influence the action steps that you need to take, which are yours. They're unique, they're very different to someone else. Maybe they are swinging your hips more, but you need to be sure that that's really coming from you and feeling right for you. And so much of my work is really aimed to help you feel what's right for you and not feel like there's this one size fits all experience and somehow you're just not fitting into it. I think one of the biggest pain points for people in self-development work in general is that they feel isolated and excluded and like, why isn't this working for me? I'm hoping to remedy that. I also explore this in my book, Grounded Goddess, by giving you so many journal prompts, so many experiences where you look deeply within yourself and explore yourself and learn how to express yourself, your femininity, in a very unique way. Grounded Goddess is my first book that I've authored. I have been a writer for 10 years, and although I've done a lot of different writing for all of my programs, my courses, my retreats, this is something that I have actually put into a book format, and I'm already working on my second book as well. If you want to check it out, you can in the link below. Back to sensuality. Here is what I would say. Rather than try to connect with your sensuality by doing things, feel. Sensuality is not about the doing, it's about the feeling. So the actions that I might share with you to connect with your sensuality more are mostly all about feeling more. That's an action to take that really ignites your sensuality. Not about dressing a certain way, wearing a certain color. That comes after. That is something that you will work out on your own. You don't need me to tell you how to dress, but I can tell you that wearing soft fabric like this, I think this is, I don't know what this fabric is, but it feels amazing on my skin. It's a little bit stretchy, it's really soft. What it does is make me feel more comfortable to feel the loveliness against my skin. It puts me in my body more. Therefore, I am more sensual. Sensuality is all about expressing yourself through your senses, especially through sound and movement. And when you're feeling something really good, you naturally move more. You also speak more. You also make more sounds when you taste something delicious. Yum. It's such a sensual thing to do. But I'm not gonna say to you, next time you eat something, make a sound. No, that's not the point. That's trying to hack the system. Rather, next time you eat something, feel every part of the texture. Taste every tiny little bit of that. See if you can hold that in your mouth for 30 seconds longer than you normally would, and then allow yourself to respond to that. Respond through your body or through sound if that feels right for you. Authentic sensuality is really all about feeling and responding. And there are ways that you can connect with your feeling more. Movement helps. Dancing helps, not because someone says, yeah, dance more, it connects with your sensuality. Dance more because it connects you into your body and you can feel more and you can start to open up more to yourself, feel your energy flow through your body, unbind tight places that might be locking you up. And therefore, in that feeling, you are more in your sensuality. Feel more. Everything that you do, feel more. And then ask yourself, why do I feel so dull here? Why do I not feel anything? What's happening? Maybe there's something in your body, your mind, your being that is protecting itself from getting hurt in certain ways. Maybe it's a traumatic response in your nervous system that's tightening. Maybe there's a disassociation happening within your mind. These are all places that you can then look deeper at, explore, discover, and work with to keep unlocking more feeling and therefore more sensuality. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on about this. I do talk about this a lot. I have other videos on sensuality as well, and in my book we talk about the goddess Lakshmi. It's goddess archetype work, but in a very practical, grounded way. And Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance and sensuality, so I give you a lot of tips and journal prompts in there as well. If you're taking anything away from this video, please just take away this. When you're trying to be more sensual, focus less on the doing and more on the feeling. And then if you start to practice actions, practice all of those actions revolving around unlocking, feeling more. That could be having a bath in Jello. I don't know, whatever that is for you, explore that, be creative with that, and then see how you respond. Notice if your response is open and natural and organic, or notice if it's kind of like you're blocking a response to what you're feeling. You're feeling something, but nothing's happening. And then look into those places where you feel like there's dullness, there's a sense of being blocked, there's a sense of being like nothing, rather than something being birthed from that. And then that gives you more information to work with. And what's important when you're doing all of this exploration work is to bring so much self-compassion, so much love for yourself, rather than I'm blocked here because of this, and make yourself the villain for blocking yourself. Rather, oh yeah, of course I'm blocking myself. That past experience taught me I needed to protect myself. It taught me that I'm not safe. Again, that helps you open, that helps you soften, that helps you feel more safe, because you're creating a safe relationship with yourself when you explore and discover. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Shay. The book that I mentioned, the link can be found down below. And that's about all for now. Have a beautiful day.